Define or what is parenting in your viewpoint with your experience, what it is?
Well, parenting is the name of an attitude in which parents, of course, need to nurture and nourish their children. And as the term generally applies, it's a bunch of attitudes, or I would say a amalgam of attitudes, which parents generally adopt in order to rear their children. And at times they do it naturally, as if it comes to them naturally. But I think that in this world of today, it's a skill and it's an art that parents must learn. And the best part to learn is actually when they are growing up. They've not yet become parents. Like, for example, when they are studying in a university or a college in the later part of their degree courses, something regarding parenting must be introduced at a formal level so that they can get instruction before they enter parenthood. So in my experience, what often happens is that the time for parenting generally comes when parents have actually lost charge of their children, or the children have gone away from them and they suddenly realize that they've done something wrong. So it's generally too late. And I think that gaining experience from various episodes, it will be well in line that all of us pay heed to this very important subject, because in my humble personal view, the biggest investment which parents can make in this world is their children. And there's no bigger an investment than their children. And if they make a mess out of it, then they should realize what a big loss they have actually suffered. And then what happens is that generally there is an awakening in the later part of their lives, and then they try to be better grandparents because could never be good parents. So sometimes I find parents becoming better grandparents because they realize that they did something wrong and they would like to make amends. But having said that, as I said, the best part of or the right age for parenting is when parenthood is still a long way to go and you are still yourself maybe a teenager or a young adult, and that would be the right time, I would say.
But do you think that people do admit that they did mistakes as a parent?
Well, I have been conducting workshops and sessions all over the world, and I do think that there are two types of parents. There are some parents who do realize and confess, and they do think that something has been wrong, and there are others who, because of their own, I would be slightly sorry to say that, because of their own self-righteousness, they still think that they are doing the right thing, and they don't realize that whatever they are doing is actually pushing their children away from them. And what they generally think is the children are on the wrong side. So such parents often think that they are right and the children have a wrong attitude, and they are basically remnants of our Desi culture, especially the Eastern culture, because in that culture, as you would be knowing, parents have virtually dictatorial authority on their children, and hence they would still like to exercise this authority. And because they themselves faced the same authority when they were growing up, so what they do is that they just replicate the whole procedure, and this goes on in circles, and it has
till you become conscious.
Either you become conscious, and I've seen unfortunately parents who never become conscious. So that does take its toll as well.
That's true.
So my biggest, I would say, dream was that the greatest force that we can become as a global family, I'm talking about a global family, is that if the next generation, which is going to take our place, is empowered and is also given the proper guidelines of how they can become individuals who can really contribute to the society that they live in. They are not reactionary, they are not angry individuals. As I generally see children growing up, they have a lot of anger in them. And in spite of being very supremely talented, this anger gets the better of them and makes them lose a lot of good habits and abilities, and they go waste. So it's like a passion that if this talent is there in raw form, and the thing is that it is just because of mishandling that talent actually goes waste. So if something can be done to harness that talent, to make them better individuals in life, to make them contributing individuals in life, to make them thankful individuals in life, and hence contribute to this global phenomena and this global family, so that we can all work as a global family for the betterment of this planet Earth and live with peace and with comfort and with mutual harmony. So that's what actually always pushed me on. And I don't know where this dream might take me, because I don't have I have never viewed the destination as something which will be the end of my work, because I think this is such an all-embracing and such an extensive thing that I just have to keep on doing it, and perhaps even find a team with whom I can do it in a more comprehensive way. So the task is just to forget about what results or what the destination is, and the actual thing is to expend as much effort as is possible to realize this goal.
This will take me to your parents first now, before I get into other questions. That how was your experience from your parents, and has that made you into what you are, or is that a reaction to what they that you are?
So actually, I lost my father when I was just 14 years old, and I had a very good friendship with my father and a very, very good relationship. Unfortunately, it was a very short one. And right after that, actually, my mother assumed this role of this double role of this dual role of father and mother. And I have two younger sisters, and so she took care of us as generally people in such age do. She was she sacrificed a lot, and she actually lived. It was like living for
She
her
must
children.
be young then. Young.
She was less than 40.
Oh, that is
39.
young.
Yeah,
that
she
is
was
young.
very young, and so she did a lot for us and made us realize that life is not all about not all about material things. It's about relationships. It's about love. It's about affection. It's about this bond that comes into being between human beings, and that's what we learned from her. And mashallah, she's still alive, and I live with her. She lives with me,
That's very
and
nice.
she has traveled with me all the way here to the US,
Excellent.
and
I think
she
I
herself.
should interview her sometime then.
So she herself is a missionary person.
Oh, okay.
After my father's death, she did a double master's in two subjects that she always wanted to do because of her early marriage. She couldn't do, and then she is part of a welfare project in Pakistan, Lahore, since the last 25 years, in which they actually educate rural girls and women. They vocationally train them, and they empower them so that they can stand up on their feet and do work. So she's been with them, and ever since she's come here, it's almost a month now. She's itching to do something here as well, and
wonderful.
she would like to do something as long as she's here. Any
Excellent.
volunteering activity. So basically, I call her, she's a woman with a mission.
MashaAllah.